Hello everyone, I'm Sammy from HackerBot.net, and today we're going to be talking about the legality of game hacking, cheating, modding, and otherwise exploiting games, of course, as the administrator of HackerBot.net. By the way, your number one game hacking website. Go there right now, HackerBot.net, to find free cheats, to find your cheats for your favorite games. Anyways, sell out end. Now, as the administrator of HackerBot.net, of course I get a lot of questions about, ooh, isn't it illegal to hack? I mean, game hacking must be illegal, you must get sued, you must go to prison, it's hacking, I mean, Russian hackers, Putin, wah! So, I get statements like that a lot, and I'm just gonna give you the TLDR for the people that don't want to listen to me for too long. So, game hacking in offline games is absolutely legal. You can do with stuff that you own physically whatever you want. Alright? Online games is where there is the thought of a potential of a dream of getting sued, okay? But you really have to try hard to get sued in an online game. So, in online games the rule is game hacking is absolutely legal unless you cause financial harm. And it can be proven. So, now let me go into a little bit more details for those of you who are interested. I'm not going to go too deep. Of course, I have to say I am not a lawyer. I know a bunch of lawyers. And of course, I have done my research before I got into this business. So I do know a little bit about the law. Okay. Of course, there are cases of people getting sued. So I'm just going to give you examples and categories of things in the vicinity of game hacking. It's not really game hacking that can get you sued. But first, you're a normal user that's going to HackerBot.net, for example, using Google's or your local search engine and typing in HackerBot and just visiting our website, using our free cheats finder to find cheats, for example, for Roblox by entering for Roblox 2019 hack. Yeah. And downloading one of those beautiful, beautiful hacks that you can find on HackerBot.net. You should definitely use it. Normal users that are just using a hack for a random game on their PC, on their Android, on their iOS, whatever. They're using a mod, a cheat, a bot, whatever. There's absolutely no way you're going to get sued, okay? People that get sued do generally one of like three things, okay? There are people that are selling mods, okay? The problem about selling mods is, and they're selling them, okay? They're making this their profession, they're doing this profession. They're not just casual cheaters. They're making mods and selling them, okay? You really have to try to get sued. I mean, you really have to be deep in order to get there, okay? The problem about that is they're using code made by the developers that is copyrighted and selling it, okay? Also, they're financially competing with the developers and so on. The second kind is people that do stuff, cheat on an industrial scale, like gold farmers that run thousands of bots, okay? 10,000s of bots, like they have huge computer farms that produce tons of heat, just like Bitcoin mining or something. They're doing things on an industrial scale. You don't just download a bot and be like, oh, I just want to casually cheat. How about I buy 10,000 computers and make a huge bot farm? I mean, they're doing things on an industrial scale. They're investing millions of dollars in equipment and stuff. So you really have to try, right, to get sued. And then there's the third ones are real world trading, basically selling stuff, in-game items, selling accounts, selling items on an industrial scale as well. So those are basically the cheaters that can, the cheaters, they're not cheaters, they're making this their profession, okay? They're professionals at that point that can get sued. Another one is server damage, like if you're using DDoSing for item duplication or something like that, that slows down the servers, costs the developers money because of course the online game servers cost money to run. At that point you can get sued as well because it's very easy to prove for the developers that you are causing them damage. Alright, so here's my advice. If you're just a normal cheater going to HackerBot.net using our free finder function to find cheats, there's nothing to worry about. even if you follow our tutorials on making bots, making your own mods, using memory editors, the worst thing that's gonna happen is your account gets banned, okay? Because you're breaking the terms of service, which is basically the contract between you and the developer of the game, right? In an online game. In offline games, you can do whatever you want. It's on your device. You can do with stuff that's on your computer and doesn't send any data out. Whatever you want. You can do whatever. You can install mods, you can cheat, you can whatever. Online games, you really have to do things on industrial scale or to make money. You really have to try to get sued, okay? And even if you get sued, it's really hard for the developers to make a case. For example, Bossland versus Blizzard was one of those cases where Bossland was basically creating bots for Blizzard games exclusively. It was a really clear case, you know, one would think, but, you know, Blizzard failed to really do any damage to them in the end because of jurisdictions and law and whatnot. Because the law in Switzerland is different than the law in the US and the law in Australia and the law in Rwanda, Spain, Italy, and so on. So there's jurisdictions to law, but there's certain principles that are universal. And what I'm mentioning in this video is basically universal principles that apply to pretty much any jurisdiction in the civilized world. So, but besides all that, if you're just a casual cheater, don't worry about it, okay? Here's the thing that you shouldn't do. If you get banned from a game, that usually means the developers have noticed what you're doing and they don't like what you're doing. So, what you can do when you get banned is try to get your account unbanned, make a new account. But what you must not do is make 10,000 accounts and do the same thing again. Okay, that's how you can get sued. You really have to try hard to get sued. And actually going to prison is the people that are really pushing the boundaries, because you don't just accidentally run 20,000 bots. You don't just accidentally sell mods on a huge scale. Mods that actually financially impact the bottom line of the developer. And they can prove it. Like, you have to do really something on an industrial scale in order for the developers to prove in a court of law that you're causing them harm. So there must be data, there must be, like, you know, graphs and things. You must really make an impact on their bottom line in order for that stuff to happen. Another thing concerning law that should you know, ease your nerves a little bit when it comes to cheating is that cheating in games has literally existed. Of course, I can't prove this, but has existed as long as games have existed. So probably the first caveman in his little cave that was coming up with the first board game was already thinking about how he was going to exploit the game in order to make his neighbor look bad before he even finished, you know, carving the game out of wooden scraps or whatever. So that's just how it works. Cheating, or let's say gaining an advantage in unfair ways, is a thing we all do. If you're being honest with yourself, you're probably cheating in some way. You're using an unfair advantage in some facet of your life, be that your love life, your career, your school, family, whatever. Like, everywhere where there is competition, there is cheating. I cheat, and I'm sure you cheat, and I'm very sure that anybody who claims that they've never cheated in their life and that they don't do it on a regular basis even is probably a liar. And that is cheating as well. Lying is cheating as well, and we all do it. We all lie. Be honest. Be honest, because if you're saying that you're not lying, then you're not honest and you're lying. So you've proven my point. Thank you. So anyways, because cheating is just human nature, and because video games are ridiculous, any judge will pretty much laugh at most cases concerning game cheating or game hacking that come his way. And that is really one of the main reasons why people don't really bother with it. Okay, there's no way, because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Even if you have enough data to prove that financial harm is being done, it's still really hard to get through with suing game cheaters, because there is always judicial discretions, and judges, most of them are just not of the gamer generation, and they just find it ridiculous, okay, at this point. Maybe in the future that will change a little bit, with younger judges being in places of power. But yeah, at the moment, most judges just think, why are you wasting my time with a video game and cheating? Come on. I mean, you're a prick for cheating, but it's not a legal matter, so get out of my court, right? So yeah, that should ease your mind. You can go with a pure heart to hackerbot.net and use our services and tutorials and everything. I'm sorry for selling out so hard today, but I really have to. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys later on hackerbot.net.